Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Dr. Alessandro, and in today's video we're going to explore the topic of why choose gold as a restorative material for your back teeth as opposed to tooth-colored materials such as porcelain or tooth-colored filling material. So as I spoke with you before with the video about the inlay, we can do them in gold or porcelain or in tooth-colored filling material that's been baked and reinforced. But gold for a lot of things for back teeth, whether they be inlays, onlays, crowns, is, for me, now this is my opinion, a better restorative material choice. Why is that? Well, for one, whenever we're doing gold crowns and onlays, we don't have to drill on your tooth quite as much. So it is a more conservative and gentle treatment, if you want to call it that, than doing porcelain work. Porcelain work typically requires more drilling and removal of tooth structure because of the properties, and it requires a certain thickness to avoid fracture. So gold, in that sense, the preparation of your tooth for gold is more gentle and conservative than it is for porcelain or for your white type of material. Now, that said, what are the other advantages of gold? It's not simply to improve your gold portfolio at home. For those of you who are investors, I'm not trying to help you make money. Although you can, if anything happens and you have to lose the crown, you can keep it. It's your right to keep your crown, whether it be the porcelain one, if you happen to lose one, or a gold crown, or any kind of crown. It is yours. It's your property. It's your part of your tooth. So if you ever lose one, tell your dentist you want to keep it, because especially with the gold, you might have some resale value. But that's not the way to make a gold portfolio. So what's so special about gold that makes it a preferred material? Well, part of it is also because gold as a material is almost identical to your tooth, to your enamel. So it doesn't wear away at the opposing tooth quicker like porcelain can. Porcelain is a very, very tough material. And over time, porcelain will wear away at the tooth that it's chewing against. So gold really doesn't do that. Gold is a little bit softer. As you know, pirates bit into gold to make sure that it was real. It was a little bit malleable, so their tooth marks would actually go into it. Well, here you go. Now, the gold we use for dentistry is not a pure gold. Otherwise, you'd have all sorts of dents and bumps and whatever crowns and onlays and inlays that we did. So that wouldn't work for you at all. It is an alloy that is a mix of gold and other materials. However, gold is a significant portion of it. So that said, gold is gentler on the teeth that it chews against, which is a good thing. You want to be able to preserve your teeth, get them to chew and not break for as long as humanly possible. The other thing about gold is it's extremely polishable. Well, why is that important? Reason that it's important is that as a highly polishable material, it's easier to keep clean and keep bacteria off of it. So bacteria aren't going to grip onto the sides of very polished gold and sit there, as long as you're brushing your teeth. If you let stuff pile up all over your teeth, well, that's a different matter. But gold is very, very polishable. That makes it great, makes it easier to clean, easier to take care of. And so you end up with, quite frankly, a superior type of restorative solution for your teeth. So what's the downside? Of course, it's the aesthetics, because it's gold. Some people don't want to see that in their mouths, which is understandable. Another downside is, depending on which office you go to, is cost. I'm not speaking for all dental offices. Our dental office does not charge extra for gold, but because of the cost of metal and the cost of gold, some offices might. So I'm not speaking for ours or anybody else's. Every office does each individual choice. They may decide not to charge extra. They may decide to charge extra. That's up to the owner. However, it could end up being a little more costly than your traditional crowns that are porcelain. So I do want to make you aware that that is something that could happen. That said, I like gold as a restorative material. They last the longest. I've seen gold inlays lasting 30 and 40 years, gold crowns lasting 30 and 40 years. They do an excellent service for people, and I highly recommend them. So that said, if you are interested and you have something, maybe in your back teeth that you want to fix, like needing an onlay, needing a crown, ask your dentist about gold and see what they say. Now, if it's your front tooth and you want it in gold, well, that's an aesthetic choice that you have to make. I can't say anything about that. That's a personal choice. Most people might not like that, but some might. So if you want to fix your front tooth in gold, well, that's up to you. You can do it. It's a free country, and just let your dentist know that that's what you want to do. All right. Thanks again for joining me, and hope you're all staying well and healthy.